What up guys, Nakamoto Crypto here. This one is probably just a rant, so just check it out, man. This kind of news just pisses me off, so stay tuned, like and subscribe. Let's check it out together.
This 23-year-old who calls himself the crypto king of Canada just had his Lambo, 2 McLarens, and 2 BMWs seized. Here's why. At least 140 people invested $35 million in Aiden Platursky's company. Aiden promised great returns from crypto and forex trading. This was before the crypto industry fell off a cliff. Now investors are trying to claw back their money.
Where's my money?
In one bankruptcy proceeding, 29 creditors are seeking to get back $13 million. This has led to $2 million worth of his assets being frozen. Also, Platursky is facing 2 civil lawsuits. Meanwhile, questions still remain. Did Aiden Platursky actually make trades with the money? Or did he use all the money to fund his lifestyle? And most importantly, where is the rest of the money?
There you go. Where is the rest of the money? And crypto is full of stories like this, guys, and this pisses me off. This goes as far back as 2018 and that with Quadriga CX. It's always somebody who came out of nowhere, young people. 17, 18, 19-year-olds, 21, 22-year-olds, and you got grown men, 42, 50, over 50-year-old men trusting a young kid like that to convince them to give him $35 million because he knows how to trade better than them. You see how dangerous just day trading is and leverage trading. That's why I laugh when I see some of these YouTubers who are well established still trying to convince people to leverage trade and day trade and all of that crap just to lure them into the slaughterhouse. So on one hand, you're preaching to us, well, just Tai Lopez wannabes, bro. You know who they are. Over 200,000 subscribers and all of that. And then convince people, well, I'm the most righteous now because, you know, I never sold out. I never did any pump and dumps. I don't take sponsorships. I'm better than these other YouTubers. You're better than these other YouTubers on one hand, but on the other hand, you're promoting leverage trading, convincing people to short the market. You're selling people bogus courses. You're no different. That's just what I'm saying, bro. And this goes back to this, bro, because it's all about behaviors and also, you know, these arrogant young teenagers, or you just turned 20, 21, 22-year-old. Therefore, you know, you're privileged. Maybe your parents gave you some money to start off with crypto and you feel entitled now to think you're better than everybody else in this world. And this kind of thing here never flies in crypto, bro. It always ends up bad. There's multiple stories that I can show you that are just like this story, and I've covered some of them in the past on this channel. Look at this 23-year-old. This kid called himself the crypto king of Canada, and he now owes $35 million. While people were trusting him that he had a trading bot and he had all these trading strategies, they were giving him millions of dollars while he was funding his lifestyle jet, Lambo. You know, look at all the dumb stuff he bought, bro. Lambo, McLarens. You know, didn't even put money on a down payment for a house or real estate, or, you know, buy land, buy something that can last here for long. But because he's young and the only thing he knows is crypto money, you know, let's flex it. Let's buy a Lambo to show that I have it. Some other YouTubers do that too. I got a Tesla now, therefore that makes me the upper hand. These other YouTubers been here for 10 years and they haven't cracked the code. Me, I cracked the code and this and that. Nah, you was 1-2 step ahead because you was able to hire people to do your dirty work for you. That's the only thing why these people are ahead. That's the only reason why these people are where they are right now. That's why you don't hear people bragging and arrogance. They say to you, for example, I'm saved by Jesus and all this other stuff. But then, you know, Romans chapter 12 verse 3. If you're arrogant, you shouldn't be loud and boastful and showing off to people. Like, if you're humble, why must you put other people down just to make yourself feel better? This is what they do to other YouTubers. Or they regurgitate, they just doing the news and they just doing articles covering that. I'm doing a better thing. But because you have a team of people who do the research for you, give you an upper hand onto somebody doesn't make you better than them, bro. It's like a Kevin Hart's thing, you know, the comedian. People say he's the GOAT and he's the best comedian ever, but if you look at his stand-ups, he's got like 40 different comedians who literally write jokes for him. Does that make him any better than other comedians who may be a little less popular than Kevin Hart, but they have to travel from city to city by themselves, write their own joke, and keep their originality? They've been in this space for years, but they might not have the same status as Mr. Kevin does. That's all it is, bro. It's not because you have more subscribers or you made more millions of dollars and this one he didn't make much money in the last bull market. Does that make you better than him? It doesn't make you better than him, bro. Money and status doesn't make you better than anybody, bro. It's your faith. That's the whole thing. This is why when they say, "Oh well, I didn't wreck anybody, I didn't take sponsorships. I could have taken it if I wanted to. Therefore, I'm better than you." No, you're not better than anybody. There's people who didn't take any sponsorship. They didn't bother anybody, and they played the game according to them. They did not bother anybody. Those people didn't get any death threats. That's why they be getting death threats and stuff like that. Because it's your big mouth. It's simple. If you're a YouTuber and you're out here attacking these big altcoin projects, 1 minute you're calling Charles Hoskinson greedy, and the next minute you have a change of heart, you want to interview with him. 1 minute you're attacking VeChain and all these other major top layer one altcoins, you're putting them down and attacking them to the point where you're getting death threats. I don't know what you done did in the background. If you're getting death threats from those people like that, come on, bro. Like, you must have done something wrong, because Nakamoto been here for a minute. And ain't nobody give me any death threats on none of that, because I never took sponsorships either. I never stole from anybody. I never pump and dump on anybody. For years, I tried to the best of my ability not to wreck my viewers and my audiences and the people who follow my trades. That's it. For years, I've tried to do that. Try them up to the best of my ability. I'm not claiming to be better than anybody here. I'm not claiming to be the most self-righteous person ever. Righteousness is between you and the Most High. You don't have to show it to everybody and none of that. Spirituality, boy, it's something that's deep between you and your Creator. It's simple as that. My consciousness doesn't allow me to sleep well knowing that I've wrecked somebody on YouTube with crypto, knowing that somebody followed my threads and really got burned. That's why I don't do sponsorships and then none of that. No pump and dump, none of that scheme, none of that stuff. A lot of them will keep getting exposed and doing all of that spookiness because of what they were doing over the past few years to people. So if you get threatened and you get scared, found Jesus and all of that stuff, if you see YouTubers doing that, that's because they've done something wrong, bro. It's not your family's fault that you put at risk of jeopardy. It's your fault. It's your big mouth that keeps attacking people and putting other people down. Like, that's another thing that I don't like. If you're gonna be doing this YouTube content creating thing, like you a teacher, coach, lifestyle, and none of that. Just humble yourself. You're teaching people to be humble, but you yourself is not humble. I got all the knowledge. I got all the information. I'm better than you. And you just humble yourself and I'll teach you how to do this and how to do that. And you yourself have to be taught. You know what I'm saying? Walking contradiction out here. Hiring 10 to 20 people in your team under your wing, knowing that other YouTubers might not have the luxury to hire 10 or 20 people to go and do these researches and find these little gems for them. It doesn't make you any special, bro. You're just another salesman, another Ty Lopez. Chill. It's simple. Like I said in my videos before, crypto always is associated with Lamborghinis and, McLarens and all this dumb stuff. That's what this kid did, bro. No experience, zero experience in trading, nothing in crypto. He probably was never into crypto until 2021. But they know how to figure out the cheat code, but that's what I call the cheat coders, because this is what they do. Oh, you haven't cracked the code, you've been in this game for years, but that's a guy who's probably tried to be careful, and and do the right thing instead of selling out and burning himself out like this. But they figure out a way to convince people to give them money. I told you, every time you get a YouTubers like that who have a quick tongue and they quick to figure out how to get lower people in, they can do anything with money, and they always wind up like this. There was a 19-year-old from the US or something like that back in 2019. It was the same thing. ICO phase, created some bogus website. People gave him a ton load of money and he wind up literally going to jail because market crashed and nobody knew what he was doing with the money. The whole time it was right in front of their faces. He never showed them a single trading bot. Nothing. This kid never opened a laptop or notebook to show these people his live trades. If a developer does that to you, if a project founder does that to you, you should be highly suspicious, bro. If they tell you I'm a developer and they never shown you themselves writing a single line of code, you should be suspicious. If they tell you they are a project founder and they have no background in crypto, you look at this guy, he's so young, he knew nothing prior to just appearing in front of your face and being a charlatan, then you should be highly skeptical. Crypto is always associated with people like that. People who come in this space know nothing, and because they're easy to convince people, they use their charisma to literally take your money away from you. They would trick you out of your position. And yeah, walking contradictions, man. You cannot be self-righteous and I found Jesus on one hand, and I'm better than these other YouTubers because I don't do sponsorships. I don't take money from these people. I don't try to wreck my investors. But on the other hand, come over here and leverage trade and burn yourself to death who try to short the market and check for this Bitcoin bottom. What if Bitcoin doesn't bottom at all? What if this is the bottom? You know, this market doesn't care about you or me. It showed us this year when Bitcoin for the first time went under its previous all-time highs. Remember, Bitcoin never went under its previous all-time highs once it take off and hits new highs. This is the first time in history where this happened. So that alone shows me that anything can happen in this market. Don't sit here try to wait for a market to bottom out or none of that stuff, bro, because it happened before doesn't mean it's gonna happen again. So if it happens, cool, position yourself. We all know what to do. We all have stacks of cash to buy back in the market. I don't care if you gotta get a job to do it or none of that. Don't be ashamed of yourself, or don't let other YouTubers shame you to say, well, these other YouTubers have to go find a job in a bear market. Yeah, we know you and all this other crap. We know you too. You did the same thing back in 2017. After BitConnect died, you ran over there and tried to get all kinds of jobs, selling all kinds of technologies and all this other stuff. How are you any better now than the people who are doing it now? It's simple, bro. It's wrong to put down other people to make yourself feel better. That arrogance, it has to stop. With that being said, guys, just be careful of people, of young people coming into crypto thinking they know better than you, claiming to be leverage traders, king of day traders, or all these short-term, I'm gonna make you a millionaire Instagram type morally guys. Just be cautious. With that being said, like up the video, share it, subscribe for some crypto content. I have been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto, and I'm out.